Who knew that one simple ruler could produce such a complicated design? Come with me and I'll show you how it's done. Hey guys, welcome back to Frances Quilts. My name is Frances Arnold, and yes, I still have my black eye. Hopefully by next week's video, all traces of it will be gone. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Today we are going to continue the journey that we started last week when we started playing with the Westalee Spin-E-Fex rulers. Last Friday we looked at ruler number 16, and today we're going to move down one and check out ruler number 15. Now if you look at these, there's not a whole lot of difference between them, but just a little bit of difference in shape makes a huge difference in the designs that you come up with. So first let's go to the sewing machine and see how you stitch this out. Remember, this is a video that I did maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Then, if you'll stay to the very end, I'm going to show you the surprising thing that happens when you use the ruler backwards. Let's go to the machine. Well, here we are at the machine. As you can see, I have drawn a 7.5, or actually I think it's probably an 8-inch square on this piece of fabric, and it is all layered up and ready for the quilting process. I have used the Westalee crosshair ruler to draw just some registration marks on here with my center and then just the lines coming out from each side. The next thing I need here is the ruler itself. So I have the ruler and I have to open the gate to be able to allow it to go onto my machine. So I'm going to grab this little tab of tape that I have here, pull back, open the gate and slide it on. Shut that little gate again and close it over with the masking tape. It's a great system for keeping track of all those little tabs. First thing I'm going to do here is go to the center mark and just do one single stitch so that I can pull my bobbin thread up and get that out of the way. I'm going to tuck both of those underneath my ruler just for easier working. I'm now going to go back to the center and put my needle back down again right in the center. The next thing I'm going to do is to butt this end up right here all the way up against that ruler foot that is already on there. When I get ready to quilt, I'm going to come here and come around to up to the top and then back down and around. When I'm holding the ruler, I'm going to position my hands so that my fingers are on the ruler and the rest of my hand is on the piece that I'm working on. So as we start off, we're going to just line, we have this butted up here, and we're going to line this registration mark up here with the line that I've drawn from the crosshair ruler. And I think we're ready, so let's go. When I get back to that center point, I'm going to stop and get ready to rotate the ruler. To just show you a simple pattern first, I'm going to skip these diagonal lines and just do the horizontal and vertical lines. So again, I've got that ruler butted up into that center. Let me say, when you're coming around here and you hit right here, you feel that there's a place to stop. The ruler is designed so that you know that you're supposed to stop there. You feel another stop here, another one here, and then back down around. Again, I'm going to line up this registration mark with the mark that I have on my fabric, and we're going to go again. Now, some of my stitches on that one were a little bit too long, which tells me I need to probably speed up my sewing just a little bit. And you're probably going to laugh because what I just did was take my shoes off. It is so much easier for me to quilt when I've got my shoes off. It just makes it so much easier to feel the pedal and to be able to judge how fast you're going. So now a shoeless Frances will do the next part. We're going to rotate again. We're going to line up this registration mark on that line that we've already marked on the fabric, and we're going to start quilting. See how much better that was? I'm much better shoeless. So let's do the last one of these. Turn it around 90 degrees, line up the edge, and let's go again. You're going to feel the stop there. Feel the stop there. Another stop there. And stop there. Let's have a look at the design. You can see here it's a very simple design. These pieces are matching up pretty well right here in these corners. Okay, let's keep going and see what the pattern looks like when we've done all 8 of the lines. We're all lined up. Let's go again. All right, let's get it out from under the machine. And there we have it, the design being sewn with the Spin-E-Fex number 15 ruler. I think it's a really pretty design. I like especially that you have the daisy in the center of it and then the continuing points going out. I really do like how that looks, especially that little daisy that you have right in the middle there. And they are so easy to use. Remember, the only problem with them is if you're going to buy them for the size square that you're going to be using, because they come in all different sizes, but you can find one that will work for you. And if that square is too big, just do some echo stitching inside it until you get it to the size that you want to. You can still use that 7.5 inch design even if it's in a 10-inch block. Just keep making that block smaller until you get what you want. And here's a surprise. This is what happens when you start stitching with the center being here and stitching out this direction. You get this wonderful design with these really fun points on the end. Now this is done in 8 rotations. What if you did 16 rotations? It would make a gorgeous wreath design there. There'd be a lot of thread and a lot of stitching, but it would be fun. I hope you'll give the Westalee Spin-E-Fex rulers a try. I really do think you'll like them. If you found something that you like today, be sure and give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for joining me, and as always, I look forward to seeing you next time on Frances Quilts. Remember, if you like what you've seen, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Please check out my website and daily blog at francesquilts.com, and I can be found on Facebook and Instagram at Frances Quilts. Thanks so much for joining me. Hope to see you again soon.